everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I'm your resident psychotherapist, Tom Stevens, here to break down lyrics to some awesome music. And today, it's gonna be a banger. It's YNW Melly featuring Juice WRLD. Suicidal. It's a remix. We're gonna get into it today. Juice days are the best days. I don't think I've seen YNW Melly like as the main thing here, and all of a sudden today we get to dive into that. I can't wait for it. Thank you for being a part of Reaction Therapy. Thank you for supporting our mission to spread mental health awareness to the world through music and lyrics, and thank you for giving your comments, feedback, and insight to every song we do. It's been an amazing experience. Can't wait for more. Nick and I are so grateful to you that you would be a part of this journey with us. And without further ado, let's get into this. YNW Melly featuring Juice WRLD, Suicidal. Whoa.
Suicidal. Lately I've been feeling suicidal. Your love is suicidal.
It's like every person's got the black eyes going. They're kind of looking up.
I thought that we were meant to be. You took my heart and made it bleed. I gave you all my ecstasy. I know you'll be the death of me. Left lipstick on my Hennessy. Felt like you took my soul from me. You gave me all your ecstasy. I thought that we were meant to.
This is like, sounds like somebody, boy, you talk about the title being suicidal, somebody who's like writing this letter of, I am just, you were my everything. I thought, it's kind of like you're pausing, you know, I thought, you sit there with somebody, wait a minute, but, and you kind of stuttering around. This was supposed to be it. Like, this was great. Like, we were meant to be. And now you've taken, you just left lipstick on the Hennessy. You took my soul from me, like took advantage of me, took me down. He sounds majorly wounded, y'all. When this happens, that means there is an enmeshed, toxic, overly codependent relationship where everything in your being is a part of this other person. And the challenge here is once they leave or once something breaks down, you're left with nothing. And that's why I caution people. You want to be completely vulnerable, completely open with a person in a relationship, but you don't want to lose all parts of yourself or you have nothing left. And also, it's not as attractive when you lose all parts of yourself and wrap yourself up with somebody else, because then you kind of just become that other person because that's who they want you to be. So you want to be able to maintain a little bit of space and separation of who you are, but ooh.
Your love is suicidal. For me, your love is suicidal. To me, your love is suicidal. To me, your love is suicidal.
Yep.
Sipping on this Hennessy. Once you were my friend, now you turn into my enemy. Here we go again. I think love is just like money, how it blows in the wind. Got me taking medicine. This is not no vitamin. I thought that we were meant to be till you struck.
This is so good. You know I'm going back to that. Hear him pop in. Man, when somebody's love is suicidal, that's dangerous, y'all, right? Like, that's a little much. We need to pull back on that, get some mental health, get some therapy, get some balance in your life so that the person in the relationship doesn't become everything. Remember, when your relationship becomes you, like your life, then as a relationship goes, you go. If it's bad, you're horrible. And you want to keep that separation. Anyway, let's go back.
Funny how it blows in the wind.
Gotta go back. There we go.
To me, your love is suicidal. Sipping on this Hennessy. Once you were my friend, now you turn into my enemy. Here we go again. I think love is just like money, how it blows in the wind. Got me taking medicine. This is not no vitamin. I thought that we were meant to be till you struck out like 1, 2, 3. The thought of you was heavenly. At first, now it's where hell will be. Oh, I've been ballin' on my own, shawty. Sippin' foes, pour it in a 20, make it strong, shawty. Gripping post, catch your new little nigga in his own, shawty. I'ma blow, hit him with the Ruger and it's too solid, make it go. Shh, doing both, guess. Niggas hard, hurt, that's what love Yeah, leaving me for him, are you on drugs, bitch? I know you are, cause you never perk, but it's so perfect.
I thought that we were meant.
This beat is fire. Like, it is so good just to listen to the music of this song. I mean, the lyrics are kind of all surrounding relationship and like, wait a minute, this was the setup here. This is what we had going. And now all of a sudden we ain't got it no more. And I'm not happy. This is not good. You're not making me happy. I don't like it. Here we go. YNW.
Cause you never perk, but it's so perfect.
I thought that we were meant to be. You took my heart and made it bleed. I gave you all my ecstasy. I know you'll be the death of me. Left lipstick on my Hennessy. Felt like you took my soul from me. You gave me all your ecstasy. I thought that we were meant to be. Your love is suicidal.
This video is so, I don't know, in combination with the music and the song and the lyrics, it's like, whoa, it's trippy. It's just going all over the place. Things floating in the air. But wow, what lyrics of when a love is suicidal, it is always on the edge. Somebody who's suicidal is always a question mark of whether or not they're doing okay right now. And that's, just feel like he's saying, you know, this is in the balance. And when somebody can relate to this song, it's like you've related to, number one, a toxic relationship. Number two, a lot of manipulation. And number three, a loss of power. Like that I don't have power in this relationship. And that's why I say get your power back. You don't have to have control all the time, but you can have your own power of being able to say, I'm not going to let myself get that invested if I feel like I'm being manipulated or it's toxic or chaotic.
For me, your love is suicidal. To me, your love is suicidal. To me, your love is suicidal.
I'm sipping Hennessy. Ooh. I'm sipping Hennessy. Ooh. I don't wanna lose my conscience. Drinking all this Hennessy.
Oh.
Baby, you took control of me, and I got too many enemies. I knew.
Remember this when he says, you took control of me. Well, we have to give that away. So we give somebody else the power to take control of us. We give them, that was on me. I allowed you to control me. I allowed you to dictate. I allowed you to have power over me. And I say to people all the time, you know, this other person in your relationship is not God. They are not almighty. They are not all powerful. And so when we release our own power and decision-making and self-esteem to somebody else, danger, because they're human. They're going to mess things up too. So get ready for that. Keep space and distance.
You wanted to fuck him, cause I could tell your love is suicidal. For me, your love is suicidal. To me, your love is suicidal.
Danger.
To me, your love is suicidal.
Oh. Pissing in the sea. Ooh. Them flush it in the past and fornicate with cat. I'm trying to heal the gap. You up and made a splash, then laughed. You tell your friends I was the worst, even though it isn't true. You acting out your body, baby, I know it isn't you. Say you feel ridiculed when you play me like a fool.
Gaslighting. Say you feel ridiculed when you played me like a fool. Like turning the page, turning the story around, spinning it. These dang asteroids or meteors or fireballs are coming at the earth to destroy all of them. This is terrible. Juice. Gaslighting. Remember that. Gaslighting is when somebody else says, wait a minute, you're upset with me? You're the one that actually has been doing this and saying this and acting like this. I'm the one that should be upset at this point because really it's not me that's gotten us to this point. It's you. And if you wouldn't have been doing this or saying all those things, then we wouldn't be in the spot to begin with. And before you know it, they turn the whole story around to something else and you think you're crazy. It's like, it's my fault. Like, and that's what gaslighting is. So it doesn't mean you can blame everything on everybody else, but there are plenty of times in relationships where one person completely twists the story, turns the tables and says, I don't understand. Like, you're pointing the finger at me because I've been coming home late every night or because you found me texting somebody else on my phone. But actually, what about you? What are you doing that I don't know about? It's probably you that's doing that. And all of a sudden they turn. Man, we need a whole video on gaslighting. Whoa.
I think I'm in love, Hey, look, man, you know I fuck with you square, you know, that's my nigga, man. Hey, look, man, y'all two square, nigga, y'all two square, y'all two ways. We gonna go so hard on that bitch, bro. For life.
What an ending. I don't even know what that was. YNW Melly featuring Juice WRLD Suicidal. I love the topic of love being suicidal because I don't love that when it happens, but I love that because it's a great definition of where a relationship can get sometimes. So remember, it's not always great. It's not always wonderful, but you have to know what your boundaries are so that you don't let yourself get taken advantage of. But remember, this isn't real therapy, just Tom breaking down lyrics to music. If you want professional help, check the link in the description of this video. There is help there. And go to our Discord server, people chatting all the time, over 2,500 people there for you. And memberships on YouTube and Patreon, extra content, extra live streams. It's all there. Go check it out. Comments, feedback, insight. Let's help spread mental health awareness to the world through music and lyrics. And I can't wait to see you on the next Reaction Therapy.